You lived in the Father before you came here. You could not have existed anywhere else. You were in heaven. It said that He carried you. You were His offspring. Where did you think you lived? You didn't have the body. You had a little spiritual body filled with the light of God. You would ride and move out on the rays of glory that move in and out of Him. You would sit in His hand sometimes and He would tell you stories. The Father used to tell us stories when we lived in Him. And you would laugh and you would sing with Him. And He knew the very core of your being. He knew the desires He had for you, the hopes and the dreams that He has for you. He was your only world. You didn't have to worry about where you were going to live, what you were going to eat, what you were going to choose. You had a soul, but it really wasn't brought to life yet. He took care of you. Isn't that amazing? All life comes from Him. In Him we live and move and have our very being. The prophets and poets of old have spoken of these things. When He made Adam's body, He leaned over and breathed from inside Himself Adam's spirit of life. And that was when that body came alive. At the time of conception, a little spirit of life is taken from the Father that would have been each and every one of you. At the time of conception, the Holy Spirit comes and knits and attaches it to that little dot of flesh. I knit you together in your mother's womb. He knit your spiritual little body to that dot of flesh. That is when life begins. That is when your guardian angels were sent right then at the time of conception. He knew every day of your life and wrote it in a book before you were born. He knew you and saw you before you began to breathe. He knew when He would send you here. He chose you for a very special but important time on this earth.